Hi, this is Mark Pizzacalla, and welcome to 3 Minutes with Mark for July 2025, start of a brand new financial year. And with that, what I want to talk about today is whether you should lodge your tax returns early. Now, you might say, what's so exciting about that? Well, the ATO is warning taxpayers to be patient with their tax returns. Now, obviously, you want to lodge your returns early especially if you're in a refund situation. But listen to the statistics. In 2024, around 142,000 people had amendments made to their tax returns, or their tax returns were investigated by the ATO after lodging their returns because the returns or the information was not tax ready. Now, what does tax ready mean? Well, it just means that all of your tax and super details have been finalised by your employer. But remember that the ATO also has pre-fills where it pre-fills information in your tax returns, and it takes that pre-fill information from your employer, banks, government agencies, health funds, etc. So that little bit of extra time will reduce the likelihood of mistakes or omissions being made in your return. They're also looking at tax time loans. Now, the Tax Practitioners Board has come out and said that you need to be careful as a taxpayer in relation to tax time loans, which involves a tax practitioner or their associated entities lending short-term finance to assist you in that period before you get a refund from the ATO. Now, you just need to be careful with those because consumers could be hit with higher fees and there may not be full transparency in relation to those types of loans. So there is a warning out there to be careful if that's what you're proposing to do. The other thing I wanted to mention with the start of the new financial year is that from 1 July 2024, there's a reduction in the 19% tax rate. That drops to 16%, and there's also a drop in the 32% marginal tax rate for individuals to 30%. And there's also an increase in various thresholds. So it would seem that there's more money coming the taxpayers' way as a result of these reductions in either marginal tax rates or tax thresholds. But look, don't feel sorry for the government or the ATO because certainly last year, or in the 2023 year, I should say, the ATO collected $577 billion in revenue, and just over half of that, nearly $300 billion, comes from the individual taxpayer. So it's going to be really interesting over the next couple of years with the new government in terms of what they do with tax reform, because one of the things they really need to fix is the over-reliance on personal income taxes. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about today. Thanks for joining me. Leave your comments. Any questions, give me a call. Speak soon.